Hey everyone, it's Jaja, and I'm here to do the 90s tag. Are you guys ready to go back in time to the 90s? So this is the shirt I'm wearing today. This is my 90s costume, is what it says. Yes. You guys know I love the 90s. I miss the 90s. I was born in the 90s, and we're gonna do 90s today. So there are 15 questions in total. So I have them written down here on my laptop. So the first question is, what year were you born? 1990. I was born at the very end of 1990. I almost made 1991, December 27, 1990. And yeah, it was, I'm so glad I got to live through the 90s. That's all I'm gonna say. Second question is, what is your favorite memory from the 90s? Oh my God, just like, I miss it all. Like the memories I have, like as a child, like yeah, there was drama in my household and there were things that happened, but I still had good times too. And you know, I really did love the Disney World vacations we went on as a kid. There was always drama in them, but I still tried to find fun in the situation, because we were in Disney World, so I tried to find fun in it, and I did have fun. And I guess I did like at the time, you don't really see like school. You like, I hate school. I can't wait to never go to school again. But I kind of miss school. I miss middle school. I miss, all those years in school and, being around my peers and having fun and just, yeah. I do miss the school. I don't miss the academics as much, but I do miss like just being around my teachers and my students and the students and doing fun field days and field trips and like the fun things, the holidays and stuff and the auditoriums. My school used to do such fun shows in the auditorium. Oh God, I used to love them. Um, but yeah, I went to school in Staten Island for until I was 12 or 13, and then I started then I moved to Queens and started to go to school here in Queens. But I was born and raised in Staten Island, New York. The third question is favorite TV show, favorite 90s TV show. Oh my God, I have so many. The Nanny. We gotta love The Nanny, girl. Um, The Nanny is so funny. I don't know, I just love The Nanny so much. Um, Roseanne. Roseanne's another good one. By the way, it's raining. I know you guys can hear the rain. The Roseanne. I loved Goosebumps. I loved Goosebumps. I loved Goosebumps was a good show. Creepy but fun. What else? Well, at the time I didn't watch it, but years later it became my favorite TV show ever. Beverly Hills 90210 is my favorite show ever. And I wish I did watch it back in the day, but better late than never. I did watch it years later, and it's my favorite show ever. So definitely Beverly Hills 90210 is my favorite 90s TV show. But sitcom, I love The Nanny. Spooky shows like that, Goosebumps. I did also like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I did like Xena. I liked her. I remember watching Xena and Hercules, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh my goodness. There's so many of them. Like I can't even. There's so many TV shows too. But Beverly Hills 90210 is definitely my favorite. Of course, I also love Saved by the Bell, Full House. Oh my God, Full House was great. But Beverly Hills 90210 is my favorite. The fourth question is favorite 90s movie. Clueless. We all know it's Clueless, girl. We know it's Clueless. But I also loved Mrs. Doubtfire. I loved Edward Scissorhands. There's so many good 90s movies. So many good ones. The best movies came out in the 90s, I swear. Titanic. I mean, how can you not forget Titanic? There's just so many. 10 Things I Hate About You is another one. My God. I'm trying to like remember these. I love Jumanji. Liar Liar was so funny. Mrs. Doubtfire and Liar Liar are the two movies I could laugh at constantly, never get old. Um, yeah, I mean, I love the 90s movies, but Clueless is my ultimate favorite 90s movie. I also like the Olsen Twins movie, It Takes Two. I love that movie too. I know it's not a popular one, but I do love that one. But Clueless, again, is my favorite. Okay, so the fifth question is favorite 90s song. So, of course, I love Britney Spears, anything Britney Spears. By the way, Britney Spears' 25th anniversary of Oops, I Did It Again just came out. And she came out with 2 new songs. I think she did record them back in the year 1999. Because even though the album came out in the year 2000, the song she recorded at the end of 1999. So there was 2 new songs that she never released from that time, and she put on this new album, the 25th anniversary of Oops, I Did It Again. So yeah, but I loved Oops, I Did It Again. That is a 90s song. Even though it came out in 2000, it was recorded in 1999. And Baby One More Time was a classic. I remember like literally doing my homework and then hearing that song in the living room, and I remember running to the living room and being like, what is this song? I love it so much. Oh my goodness. What are the songs? I liked a lot of rock, 90s rock. I liked Creed. I liked what else? Oh, going back to the 90s movies, if I had to pick a horror film, it'd be Child's Play. 100% Child's Play. And I love The Faculty. And what the hell? Scream. How can I forget Scream? Scream is my favorite 90s horror film slasher. It's the best. Okay, so now back to 90s songs. I liked a lot of like rock. So like Creed. I liked Third Eye Blind, I think they were. God, there were so many. I don't know if Nickelback was 90s. Matchbox 20. Like I liked a lot of those like bands. The Calling. Oh my God, there's so many of them. And then of course, you know, all the pop stuff. I think there's actually a question later on about favorite 90s boy bands, so we'll get to that when we get to it. But of course, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, I love their songs. Yeah, I mean, there was just I love the Spice Girls. But favorite like 90s song just in general, like if I can just hear it on repeat like constantly. You Drive Me Crazy by Britney Spears, probably, and what's that one? I Will Be There by Britney Spears. I Will Be There by Britney Spears. It's not one of her popular songs, but it's from her first album. Okay, so the sixth question is favorite 90s video game. So even though I'm not into video games now, I used to be into video games back in the day, and I used to have the Sega, I used to have Nintendo, and my favorite was Super Smash. I love Super Smash Brothers. That was my favorite. Kingdom Hearts came out in the year 2001 or 2002, but that is my favorite video game too. But on the old like Nintendo and stuff, like I loved like the way you shoot the duck with the gun. That was fun too. But I love like I had this like, was it Ninja Turtles game? Forgot what like game it was. I think it was Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers. There was a Power Rangers game that came out in the 90s that I loved too. It was on Sega, or I think it was on Sega. Okay, so the seventh question is favorite 90s crush. Okay. So I have a few answers for this. So girl-wise, it's Alicia Silverstone. It's the only girl I ever had a crush on. The only one. It's Alicia Silverstone. She has my heart forever. By the way, I just found this out. Clueless is making a TV show for Peacock, and Alicia Silverstone is reprising her role for that show. It's just started development, so I don't think they started filming yet, but it just started development. I am so excited. Sometimes reboots I don't know about, you know, it's never going to be better than the original. But to be quite honest with you, like, I'm still so excited. I love anything Clueless, and I did not like the Clueless show that came out in the 90s. I hated that one. I know she reprised her role for a commercial that came out a couple years ago. But I am so excited for this TV show. Oh my god. It's coming to Peacock probably next year or so, but I'm so excited for that show. I can't wait to see what they have in store for Clueless, so who's going to come back. I know, of course, Brittany Murphy can't, but I wonder what they're going to do. But Alicia Silverstone, okay, so for girl. Britney Spears, too. I more so wanted to be Britney Spears and have a crush on her, honestly. So I'm not going to say, even though she's attractive, I wanted to, like, be her, honestly. But guy-wise, I mean, there's so many. I mean, oh my god, do we have all day here? The guys in Beverly Hills 90210, Jason Presley, Luke Perry. Oh my goodness. Who else? God, I don't know. There's so many cute guys back in the day. There were so many cute guys back in the day. I'm like drawing a blank right now. But like, if you guys can like help me out. I know you guys can help me out because I'm filming it. But like, comment down below and let me know what your celeb crush was, guy-wise. Because there's so many of them, but I can't think of them right now. Back in the day, like, I really wasn't into, like, men like that because I was so damn young. But, of course, like, come on, like, the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, like, Nick Carter, and, I love JT, Justin Timberlake, Real Now. He was cute. Yeah, I would say them. Yeah. Trying to think anyone else like on the spot. There was that one kid called, I think his name was Brandon, but he died of a drug overdose back in the day. He was cute too. I like the Lawrence brothers. Joey Lawrence was really, really cute. Matthew Lawrence was cute too. I liked him in Boy Meets World. Will Friedle from Boy Meets... Well, I liked Boy Meets World TV show too. But Will Friedle, was really cute. I like Matthew Lawrence. I thought he was cute. But my favorite Lawrence brother was definitely Joey Lawrence. Like, I had the biggest crush on him. And my sister loved Hanson. I wasn't attracted to the Hanson brothers, and my sister's actually gay. She's gay too. But I could not hear the end of it. That Hanson brothers, I could not hear the end of it. Like, she kept going on and on about Hanson. She'd go to her concerts. She had them on the walls, the posters. She just could not stop talking about Hanson every day. Like, that's all I heard from her. It was just like, yeah, I could not hear the end of Hanson. But I did like their music. Like, the Bop song is really good. And then I also like the song Weird. Weird was a good song, too. Okay, so the next one. 8th question is favorite 90s candy. So Spice Girls used to come out with a strawberry flavored lollipop, and I used to want my father to go to this store because this store was the only store that sold this lollipops. And it came with like these Spice Girls stickers. I wanted to collect them all up. But the lollipop was so good. It was like a strawberry flavored lollipop, and I think it had like bubble gum in the center of it. It was so good. And then I also liked the blue raspberry like rocket pops. Like, they would like melt in your mouth, and like they would pop in your mouth. And I also loved bubble gum, like the cotton candy flavored bubble gum. It was like cotton candy flavored Hubba bubble gum. That candy was so good. Oh my goodness. And this isn't candy, but I used to like the Dunkaroos. The Dunkaroos were so good. Who remembers the Dunkaroos? And Fruit Gushers. Oh my god, who can forget? And I used to always... The Capri Sun commercial, I would see... It came on a million times. I probably watched that commercial a million times. It would come on every commercial. That Capri Sun commercial. Dunkaroos commercial would come on constantly as well. And like the Hawaiian Punch guy would come on all the time as well. 9th question is favorite 90s cereal. So I loved Honeycombs. I also loved Count Dracula. Fruit Loops was good. What else did I eat? Oh, Fruity Pebbles. I love Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles. So the 10th question is favorite 90s toy. So I love the Batman figurines. I love the Batman movies. I also love the Batman movies. I know I keep going back and forth with all the questions, but I keep thinking of them. The Batman Returns, I loved. The third one I love with the Riddler. And I also, the fourth one got slack, but I actually like the one with Poison Ivy. The only problem with the fourth one is the kind of like the background sounds when they punch each other with cartoony, you know, kind of childish. Like a little bit too childish. And then they could have chose someone different for Mr. Freeze. I know Arnold Schwarzenegger is his big name, but they could have chose someone different for Mr. Freeze. He was the only character that was like, but I did enjoy Lisa Silverstone as Batgirl. I loved, Chris O'Donnell was really cute too. Chris O'Donnell was really cute, who played Robin. And, you know who else I thought was really cute? I keep going back and forth with all these questions. But the guy who was in The Faculty, I forgot his name, Josh Hartnett. Oh, he was so hot. Oh my god. He was so hot. Oof. But yeah, so the Batman action figures I loved. I loved the Disney action figures. I collected all the Disney action figures. I had the Razor scooter. Who remembers the Razor scooter? And I also loved the what it was like you press this button, there was like this fairy that would fly up in the air, like twirl up. That was actually a scary toy because like I thought it would like literally fall down on my head and hit my head, but she would twirl. Like that like little fairy toy would like twirl all the way. She would go far up in the air. Like there were times when I didn't even know where she went. Like for real. What else? I enjoyed board games too. Like I remember playing like Don't Wake Daddy and stuff like that in Candyland. But what other toys? I don't know. I wasn't really into. I like Barbie dolls, but I never really had Barbie dolls because you know I was a boy and I never got the Barbie dolls, even though I wanted them. But I did play with them here and there with my sister's Barbie dolls and my cousin's Barbie dolls. I would play with them when I would go over her house. Oh, you know, I had this car, this like little like car. It was like, it wasn't a toy car, but it was kind of like you can sit in it and you can ride the car. And I would like ride the car up and down my block. That was fun. Okay, and then the 11th question is a fragrance that reminds you of the 90s. Okay, so I added this one in because, you know, I got to add a Bath & Body Works question to all my tags. You know, I have to because I love my Bath & Body Works. So, of course, there's two fragrances that reminds me of the 90s. Bubblegum Pop and Blue Raspberry Burst. So, we'll talk about Bubblegum Pop first. This one is, oh my god, it literally just smells like bubblegum. Like bubblegum from your childhood. The packaging's very retro 90s. I love it. It's so fun. Again, this is Gumbo Sugar Candy Fruits and Citrus Burst. And then this is the new one. This is my new favorite, the Blue Raspberry Burst. I cannot get enough of this. I wore this today. I have this on today. This literally smells like blue raspberry cotton candy. And then it also kind of smells like the blue raspberry, like icy or blue raspberry slushy you'd get in a movie theater. But like, oh my god, it literally smells like blue raspberry cotton candy. I love it. This reminds me of the 90s. Completely the 90s. 90s candy, 90s childhood. I love it. Okay, so the 12th question is favorite 90s trends. I love like the words, like as if and like you ain't all that in a bag of chips. Like I love those sayings. The fashion trends though, like I don't know, I wasn't really into the fashion trends. I did like the bucket hats. I know there was like the hats with the flower, that was big. I didn't really like the overalls. I'm not really big into overalls. I did like the 90s like colors, like it was like purple and baby blue and like those sports jackets or those raincoats or whatever they were called, windbreakers. Those were really popular back in the day. High top sneakers, the Michael Jordans. 13 questions, favorite 90s book. Okay, so I didn't really read back in the day, but my favorite 90s book is Harry Potter and the Goosebumps. I love the Goosebumps series. I love the show and the books. 14th question is favorite 90s boy band. Okay, so mine is NSYNC. I also liked 98 Degrees and Backstreet Boys, of course. We can't forget Backstreet Boys. My favorite, my favorite songs from them, I love Tearing Up My Heart by NSYNC, As Long As You Love Me by Backstreet Boys, I love My Everything by 98 Degrees. There's so many of their songs, there's so many of them. But I'm just like naming, of course, just a few of my favorites. Okay, so the 15th question is, what would you watch in the mornings before heading off to school, and then what would you watch after coming home from school? So before I went to school, they had a lot in those 90's cartoons. So I remember The Mask. I also like The Mask movie too with Jim Carrey. The Mask had like a cartoon series. Beetlejuice had a cartoon series. There was so many that had. Addams Family had a cartoon series that I would watch in the mornings. Inspector Gadget. I mean, there was so many of them. They weren't that popular, but there was so many of them. I would watch all those in the mornings. Later on in life, I would watch Saved by the Bell in the mornings before I went to school. When I would come home from school, I'd watch House of Mouse. I love that one. I would watch like all like the like Blue's Clues, Bear in the Big Blue House. Well, those actually came on in the weekend mornings, not the day mornings. But when I would come home from school, there would be reruns of Blue's Clues and what else did I watch when I came home from school? The House of Mouse. Batman, The Adventures of Batman, the Batman animated series. Cat Dog, oh my goodness. The Cowardly Dog show. Like the Cartoon Network TV shows. And then also I would catch some reruns of Home Improvement. Now, Home Improvement is not my favorite 90's sitcom. But I don't know why. I would catch some of them on the television when I came home from school. They would reruns like of the new episode that came on that week. They would run it like after like that certain time, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then Family Feud too. I would watch when I come home from school. Family Feud, and then my mom would always record Days of Our Lives. I would also watch Days of Our Lives, and I love Days of Our Lives. I would watch it with her. She would pre-record it. Of course, she would probably watch it at 1 o'clock. It used to come out at 1 o'clock. And then she would pre-record it, and I would watch it when it came up. She would record it, I think, for me. But then she would also record it, because my mom was into recording on the VHS tapes. So she loved recording, so she would record some of the episodes for me. And I would watch them. And then, of course, like if I had a sick day, I would watch it with her. Or if I had a week off from school, like Christmas break or whatever, I'd watch Days of Our Lives with her during the day. Family Feud, though, I love that game. It's my favorite game show. Okay, so the 16th and last question is, what is the one thing you miss most about the 90's? Oh my god, okay. So I miss VHS tapes the most. Recording on VHS tapes, I used to love it. I got, literally, it runs in my family. My grandma was obsessed with recording on VHS. She had a million VHS tapes. My mom was the same way, and I'm the same way. I still have my VCR. I still have so many VHS tapes, as you can see right there. I have VHS tapes. You saw my bedroom tour on my bed, on the side of the TV here. Like I have VHS tapes all over. My VCR still works. So I get to still watch the tapes, but I can't record anymore. I miss the show, like all the shows, the sitcoms. They're not as good like they were back in the day. Music, movies, the stores. They came on Toys R Us, Blockbuster. Everyone loves Blockbuster. Come on, like we used to love Blockbuster. We used to go every night, get movies, rent movies. We'd get candy. There was a whole candy section in the middle of the store. We'd get candy, and we'd go home and we would eat the candy and watch the movies. We would always have to rewind. Back in the day, it would be messed up if you did not rewind the tape all the way back and rewinded it. Because then they have to do it in the workplace. They have to take the tape and they have to look at it and rewind the whole thing. So it's just an inconvenience. So for them, for the workers at Blockbuster. So like just back in the day, like it was like just proper etiquette to like make sure you rewind it after you watched it, just so they didn't have to do it at work. I remember my sister had a friend that worked at Blockbuster, and she would always complain about that. She was like, oh my god, she would have to rewind all these tapes all day long. So yeah, what else do I miss? I just miss it all. It's a shame because back in the day at that point, we didn't know how good we had it until it was gone. So, you know, I might even do an 80's tech. Even though I was not born or was raised in the 80's, I used to love the 80's. I love the 80's too, but 90's is my favorite decade. Then I would say the 80's. And then after the 80's, I would say Y2K, like early 2000s. Anything else I miss in the 90's? I miss everything, honestly. Everything is an answer. I mean, I miss it all. It was good times. It was one of the best years of my life, honestly. It really was. And I remember all of it. Like, I remember as early as 1992, honestly. And I was like 2 years old at that point. But I remember as early as that, honestly. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the 90s tag. I'm going to list the questions down below. There were 16 questions. I'm going to list them all down below in the description box. Let me know your answers to some of these questions, girl. If you were born in the 90s, if you love the 90s, let me know down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.